Okay, so here's my thought. The onion at the end, because I feel like the onion might ruin you.
Yeah.
If you do it at the beginning. And you better have the onion on you.
I want to see it.
Well, no. So I don't have the onion. I don't have the onion on me. Time out. I thought this through. I actually talked about it. It's going to lead into my bets released on Friday.
Okay.
So when I do the video on Friday, I'm gonna be like, hey, listen, I know it was a 2 out of 3 weekend, but we still gotta be better. We gotta go 3 for 3. And you know what? I owe you all, and then I'm gonna take a bite of it. Then I'm gonna give my picks with, whatever I'm in at that state. That could be throwing up. I could be whatever.
You're gonna eat it as well, like an apple.
I'm gonna take a bite out of it like an apple
And digest.
And swallow it.
Yeah.
I actually
I'm not looking forward. I am not looking forward to that.
I enjoy raw onion. The red raw onion. I'll pick at that all day.
Yeah, I don't hate an
But
onion.
trust me, I thought that through. I knew it was coming, but I think it's got to be linked to the picks. So
I just went.
not everyone tunes in. Not everyone tunes into the podcast. But they tune into the pick.
I think they do. Look at this guy.
Smack, Gary, you little rat, isn't it?
What, this?
Yeah, little number you wear.
It's just another dodgy Liverpool shirt from '95. I've got to take it back, haven't I? After this season's killing me, so I've got to go all retro now, haven't I? Even though I've just ordered something else. It's fucking cool.
I feel like UK is more top button. Like you would never.
No, it is. Yeah, I don't do it because instantly people know you're from the UK.
Maybe I should do this.
But I don't like to compliment you, Gary, but that looks smart.
I like the shirt, yeah. It's got Robbie Fowler on the back as well. Yeah, it does me head in. Like, they're bringing out such good gear, loads of stuff, and they're shocking. Like, it's horrible. Horrible to watch. Like, and I'm not...
Well, it depends.
We can start on it if you want. We can start on 3-3 if you want. Like, I mean,
we got it.
There's so much stuff to go through.
I think we've got about 20 minutes on Salah, right?
Yeah, we're going to kick into this for sure. It's the biggest story. But one thing I want to talk about in the general, there is no bad games in the Premier League anymore.
It's awesome.
Do you know it's the third week in a row when there's over 30 goals?
Unbelievable. I did not know that. That's
there was a 0-0 this week as well. There was a 0-0. But it's the third week in a row there's been over 30 goals.
The storylines, the games, you cannot not watch a single game. Even that one today. There was a little bit of bite in that. I was texting news. I heard that in the background. It's the Wolves game. And then you're seeing, like, the Man United manager, how he's coming through. There's no bad games. And yeah, you can't miss them. And you watch them a couple of times. I didn't think I'd find myself watching, like, the Brighton game. But that was great. Good football, good footballers. It's class. Except when you're watching Liverpool.
Shocking. I was on a plane. I don't know if you saw that stupid little stunt that I pulled on Saturday.
No,
I flew to Chicago and back because I needed the flight segments. Anyway, I was in the airport watching it, and I paid for the Wi-Fi to watch it on the plane. And I was and everyone, but the problem is everyone's texting you during the game as well, so your phone's going bananas. You're trying to watch the game, and then I didn't even know about the outburst because I was in the
stuff.
Yeah.
Tom texted me. I watched the game. And then Tom Marley texted me, it was like something Mo was getting off. So what are you on about? He said, Google the interview. And I had to look for it. It wasn't like readily available. Like the storyline was, but the video wasn't. But let's start with the performance. Let's not lead with Mo.
Do you know what? The thing was, I honestly thought they were great. Like, everything up to 2-0, they were great. Like, they weren't brilliant, but they competed. Player for player, they competed.
It's a very un-Gary sentence. They were great while they were winning.
They were though, weren't they? They did everything you would expect from a Leeds away. Like, they weren't all over them. There were periods where in the first half where once Leeds settled down, like calmed down after the first 10 minutes, Liverpool were in control. Didn't really have any, couple of little looks, but nothing great. Like Curtis Jones, it's the bar, but nothing mega. Leeds had a couple of chances.
Great shot on him.
And then second half, Leeds just made ridiculous mistakes. Liverpool took advantage. Ekatike sharp. And then at that point, you're 2-0 up, you're cruising. And Nonto's going fucking nowhere. And that big fucking moron just dives in out of nowhere and just asking for it. He can't just stand him up, or stick a leg out. He has to go steaming in like that. Gives a penalty away. And you knew, I was texting me mate, Bob, Leeds fan, and I said, if you score, it'll be murder this. Because you can't, if you give Leeds a chance, give them any inch of inspiration at home. That place is like a fucking bear pit. It's horrible. So, like...
Is it horrible, the stadium?
It's old, isn't it? It's like going to Goodison. It'd be like the equivalent of Goodison. Like,
Heaven.
You know, like... But you know what I mean? Like when Goodison turns nasty against...
Is that just because they're like on top of you? Like the fans are on top of you?
Yeah, it's not massive stadium, but they're all angry.
And every point counts for them, right?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Any point they can get is going to be important.
There's too many mistakes now, again, with certain people.
The 2 goals were 100% Canate. And someone I don't really like, I don't like Danny Murphy's commentary or like breakdown, but the way you look through how Canate played was quite impressive. He showed this clip, and when Gnato's running into the box, when he gets the ball, he's not that far outside the box when he gets the ball, is he? The space he has in front of him, like the width of land ahead of him, and he just runs into it. And then there's 4 Liverpool players that get behind him, and then that lad, like, is that like, it looked like he was trying to get back at him for something, because it was such a like, for footballing reasons, there was no reason to even touch the lad. But for what though? Desperate to stop what?
I don't know. That's what I mean.
It's just to stop what?
I don't get it. I don't understand. But again, you know what? It's that when you're in that mindset of like, I don't know. He's not having a good season, is he? And
I was going to say, were there any signs last year that there was going to be
caught out a couple of times, but again, there's things about last year we just looked a little bit more solid, and I think this year we just haven't had that. Van Dijk's not playing well. Like the stat, and I know people will eat this up, but the stat about Van Dijk never being dribbled past, and then you watch his footage, and he just backs off and backs off and backs off, and he's still a quality player, but it's just so frustrating across the board. And Konate's he's having to defend for himself, and I don't think he's that good at it. I
think his head's gone. I do. I think he's getting targeted now, and he's making these silly mistakes. And that second goal in particular, I wouldn't have liked looking at it in live action. Wouldn't have associated Konate to like being the reason it went. But he backs off 12 feet away from the player running to the box. He's standing in front of Alisson, and he's just scared. He's scared at that point because he give away the pen to kind of get involved. He's like when a midfielder doesn't want the ball, he doesn't want people running at him. Kirkes again, man. Like
he's not good enough. He's not good enough.
It's time to say to him, sit down now. You are officially the number 2, right? Where's the Greek lad?
He's gone.
Has he gone?
He's on loan.
You know
I think he's on.
I think he's in like Italy, right?
He's on at Roma.
Yeah, get him back tomorrow. Robertson's going to start unless he's injured. Kirkes gets the game. I've never seen a left back give a ball away more times in one game. You just can't keep hold of that round thing.
He just looks out of his. Depth. Like there's a few players.
He's in the Premier League last year, and he bossed games from the left back position, offensively, defensively. Like he was like, and he just looks a shell of himself.
But it just shows you the step up, doesn't it? Like playing for Bournemouth on an upstart team where you win games and it's against what you're expecting to do. It's like, it's easy to be like that. But then you step into a place where there's such expectation. You're taking over from a guy who's been there for 7 years, solid left back, Scotland captain. Like if he was in the youth team, if he was in the youth team playing left back and he was playing, getting thrown into those games, that's exactly what you would say. Oh yeah, he's a youth team kid, but he's not. He cost £5 million.
But shots outside the box in
that shot was reckless, wasn't it? It's just so frustrating because, and then they go and get another goal, and then they can't hold on to that lead, and they're shocking at defending corners, and that's another.
What's he doing?
The thing is, they're trying to. The problem is, look who's in the box. Like, look at the players that are there. You know, they're not got the height of some of these other teams.
Also, not the shortest team in the world. They've got Ekitike and Isak are both 6'4". Konate,
but they weren't playing at the time.
Well, Isak was the last goal.
Yeah,
Isak was. Yeah, Van Dijk was. Konate was.
I think that's another reason too that like why Salah has been benched a little bit. It's like we can't cover a corner, and this guy, we're just going to put another short guy out there that can't defend.
Yeah, well, and he don't defend anyway, does he? Apart from himself, it seems.
That was a nice little lead into that.
I swear
it was a fault of Origami, but I want to get into Salah thing because have you seen Jamie Carragher's clip on it?
You know what? I tried to make it, like I had loads of thoughts on it, my own thoughts, and then I wanted to listen just to see what he said, and I don't disagree with a lot of stuff that he said. And my biggest thing is...
He's bang on the money.
I just don't get... You're not... How the can someone from Liverpool... I'll tell you this now, that is set up, by the way. That is set up for him to do that. He's pissed off.
Probably, yeah.
it's the same thing with the selfie last season when he scored that goal, and he went into the cop and took the selfie, and it was all planned by Google. Like, do you know what? I can't help but think that that's orchestrated again, and it's probably his agent, because his agent, from what I gather, is involved in everything that he does. I mean, that's probably why he comes across with the greed stuff and with all the contracts. But when was the last time you saw a Liverpool player, let alone someone who would go down in Liverpool's top 11 players of all time? Like, when have you ever heard a Liverpool player come out straight after a game like that and do that? He's talking about being thrown under the bus. He's thrown the manager under the bus. Because now the players will look straight at the manager for a response. And if he doesn't respond the way that everyone hopes that he does or thinks, then the manager's on the hook there as well. He's just tried to stitch him up. I just think it's bad. Like, it's bad in general, but because it's a Liverpool player as well, you just expect better. And it just stands to the fact that he's tone deaf when it comes to things like that. Is he really that thick? Like, is he really that stupid where he thinks that's the right answer? Or has someone gone to him, you need to do this now?
I think it's both. And Carragher's, I think he's obviously got some insider trade. And in his little rant on Sky Sports, he goes, I think Mo Salah and his agent, like, he's the first one I've heard to point towards the agent. Everyone's going, Mo. So I reckon he has someone's got in his ear. Got Mo Salah and his agent have to remember that he was a failure at Chelsea until he came to Liverpool. And I thought that was a very key sentence. And then it's 3 games. And he has been playing poorly.
He's shit. He's been shit. Like, he's not been good enough. Like, you can't. If anybody...
I've earned my place from last year. Sounding to... Why is anyone else turning up?
If you listen to the other side of the story, you're right, though, Wiz. Because, I mean, let's be honest, anyone in their right mind, you're not going to play Salah a week before he's disappearing. Other players need to go in. Look, we're on the bones of our arse anyway. You need to try a few different bits. Why would you play a player that's going to disappear? Different if he's flying. Like, I feel bad, like, Mbeumo for United. You're not going to drop him, are you?
No.
You're not going to drop some of these other lads, like the lads at Palace, Sunderland. You're not dropping those lads.
Yeah, and Everton flying.
Thank you. Sorry, yeah. But, like, they're flying, so you're not going to drop him. He hasn't done a lick, really. I mean, he's not done a lot, has he? So why?
But if there's no ownership on that, at any point... If he'd said, I know I've been out of form, but I think I deserve the chance to get back in form. If he'd said something a little bit more articulate.
There's no self-awareness.
And the thing is as well...
shit, but I should be playing.
And
I'd be throwing the bus.
And again, this is another thing that I don't understand, is you're telling me that Arne Slot, head coach of Liverpool, hasn't had a chat with him about all of this. And he probably has had multiple chats with him. He's probably just heard something he didn't like, and he's kicked off about it. And he's probably, it'll come from his agent. His agent will be going to do this.
Walking up to the fans and waving by and all this shit before he did the interview and all that stuff. Like, who does that? Like, he's made a decision. Like, Liverpool could turn around and go, nice try, we got a contract. And Liverpool, like, you don't fuck about in the transfer market.
Well, did you see that now? They've took over, haven't they? FSG have basically stepped in and go, right, we'll deal with this.
Have they?
Yeah. So, you hope, So, like, he's going to, we'll see what happens. But someone's going to have... The thing is, if he wants to go, if there's a way back, all right, maybe he finds a way back. But if there's no way back, imagine that, though. Imagine that's the last memory you have of him.
That's the thing. I think he's come across all this for the best part of a decade. He's come across as like this family guy, nice guy, Mo, super nice. Like, everyone-natured dude, fans love him. He's literally got his name etched into the legacy at Liverpool. And now he's leaving. He's going to leave. He has to leave in this way. And there's no coming back.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
One thing I will say about this is, FSG. We had a recent very similar scenario. I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, and our best player, highest paid player, Rafael Devers. They tell him before the year, hey, you're going to be our DH. We're bringing in an all-star third baseman, and he's like, well, I don't want to be a DH. And then they just kind of never talked about it. And 3 weeks into the season, they're just kind of like, this isn't working out. Like, you're angry, we're not happy with the way you're handling this, and they traded him. Like, they got rid of him. Second year into a 10-year, $300 million contract.
Jesus.
Year 2 gone. So if there's any precedent recently of what FSG's like, they may move on. And they're like, hey, if this is not going to be good for our locker room.
And he's not a young lad. He's not a young lad. He's on his prime. Like, he's past his prime.
This guy was in his prime.
Shit. Yeah.
Mashing 35, 40 homers a year.
The line is his agent, Salah's his only client.
Stop. This is last payday.
Big time last
This is
payday.
why, this is, you know, I think
You'd
this is...
expect him to be smarter, though, because he's toed the line so well from other than that contract negotiations, but you can kind of, warrant someone for that because you want to get paid and you want to know what's going on and stuff like that. But this is one of the most mental things a star of his caliber has done in the Premier League.
Why would you want to ruin your legacy? Just
he's ruined it.
You have such a great legacy. You're going to be loved every time you come back. And it's like, there's a way of handling this. They could have handled this behind the scenes.
100%. Yeah.
But he won't be like that. He'll be regarded as one of the top players, but it'll always be, do you remember when he did that thing?
Yeah. And also it's that thing where, you're getting paid shitloads, you're playing great, and now that the club's in a difficult spot, and this is how you act. As a legend of the club, this is how you act. We're on our knees here.
He's clearly he's not a leader. He's not a leader. Never been a leader. And his thing's probably always been our lead by example on the field. But he's not a leader because leaders don't do stuff like that. When leaders lead when it's shit, it's easy to be a front runner when you're flying and you're doing all this.
A few pundits have come out and said, even before this little tiff that he's had, at the end of the game, so it's like, where's Mo Salah? Where is he? Liverpool are in the shit. All the leaders need to be held accountable. And why is it always Van Dijk coming out and saying...
Well, he threw Curtis Jones out the other week, didn't he? Get out there, Curtis, and give you...
Yeah, that didn't go well. I suppose it did. It was authentic, but it was just... Yeah, it's mad. That's all it is. It's mad. I've always found it really interesting that they don't appreciate the compound interest of being a legend and how that's going to be paid down the line in public speaking and fucking merch and come to the ground. There's something in the nice pay packet to being a legend of the club, and he has tainted that no matter what happens now, in my eyes. Anyway.
But again, you know what? Here's the thing as well. Does he really care?
Well, obviously not.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing, though. You know how we think, that's the way we think, right? We like this cultural stuff where he'll come back and he'll do this, that, and the other in a couple of years' time. Will he? If he's the type of person that doesn't come out in the press and doesn't do stuff,
maybe
will he come back?
Peace, see you later.
I feel like someone like Firmino would come back. I don't think Sadio Mane would be like that either. I just think that.
Are they in the same bracket as this lad?
No, I know, but Sadio Mane was brilliant for us.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm saying just in terms of the legend status.
Him and Salah didn't have the best relationship.
I think Firmino's like cult hero status at Liverpool.
He is, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he'll get a warm welcome anytime he comes back.
I think he already has come back a few times. And
same with, there's a lot of lads like that. I just don't know if Salah's the type of person to maybe come back. Because he is, for me, it just comes as selfish. So selfish. And if it's him who's orchestrated this, which I don't think it is.
He's a 35-year-old man, 34-year-old grown-ass man with kids.
Cop onto yourself. You've been playing football for fucking years. You've made a load of money. You've won everything. Cop onto yourself. But I honestly think it's a stitch-up. His agent's gone, do this. Because he knew what was going to happen. He probably wasn't going to get brought on. Just do this.
It looked like it was outside the stadium. He's fully dressed. He doesn't have to have a shower because he's play, but he's in his
He's in his trackie, isn't he? He's in his travel. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gone to it looks like he's at the bottom of a set of stairs, and they've just got the phones. There's no and the camera's recorded on a shit camera, which leads to the whole stitch-up theory. But either way, you talk about your actions saving you. How does that save him, right? Could this if he wants to go passionately? I'm pretty sure, unless he's asked 5 times, and this was listen, I've asked them to go, and they won't speak to me, so fuck it, I'm just doing this and burning the house down. But he's just come out and lit a match. He's burned the house down, he's led with it. And Michael Owen said something at the weekend was just absolute shit. And he's
he's an absolute biff anyway.
He's not a smart man. He's not a smart personality like a fucking back of my head.
He loves himself.
He's the one that says, these lads he does. He'd eat it with a spoon, wouldn't he? Messi, Ronaldo, Salah, these guys have a different attitude. And I was like, Ronaldo's had some tiffs, sure. Messi hasn't done anything like this ever, has he? Messi's never stepped out of line, to my knowledge anyway. But he's putting him in that category. I think that's ambitious. And then saying there's different rules for them. I suppose there is in certain scenarios, but those two lads, and one of them's an absolute drama queen, Ronaldo. Has he come out and done this? Something like this? Completely burnt a bridge with the team?
Did it kind of did
Well,
it
the Piers
United,
Morgan
didn't he, the second
interview
time?
was-
I was thinking about that, but did he, though?
Maybe,
To this extent?
yeah, maybe
I
not.
think
I
it
don't
was
know.
more against the manager.
They're focused on the manager now, so he's going to leave. And these words are going to stay with the club. They're going to stay with the team during this shit time.
That's the biggest problem, is it? And ultimately, that's what it is, isn't it? One person is trying to hold the club to ransom by saying this stuff, and it doesn't. All it does is stir the pot even more. It doesn't help Liverpool Football Club by saying stuff like that. It helps Mo Salah.
I don't even think it helps Mo Salah.
But I think the people that he's trying to appease with this don't give a shit about how it affects Liverpool. Whether that's Saudi, whether that's somebody else, who the hell knows? But listen, I don't know. We want that to work. But he doesn't drink, mate, so he's off the table.
Yeah, fucking.
Well, I know it was a tough weekend for the Reds, but I think it's time to give some flowers to the crosstown Everton. 3-0 victory over Forest. Take it away, Packwood.
Honestly,
Good job, Wiz.
I think it's a reflection of when we, against Newcastle, when you can see the goal in the Premier League now, there's no bad teams, there's no easy games. It's hard. Don't care if you're at home, if you're away, it's really hard. So us getting that goal straight off the bat, that's really, really tough for Forest. Now, they looked completely toothless. Like, no one up front. Jesus lad,
They're missing Chris Wood.
100%. So they looked poor. Anderson, the players have got Anderson and Gibbs White, and the two centre halves are really good. Nico Williams plays well. The right back came out absolute moron. Don't even know who it was. Got a yellow card in the first 3 minutes and just got ripped to shreds. Not even by Jack Grealish taking the piss out of him. The lad just was a victim the entire time. Yeah, they looked toothless, made silly mistakes, and Dewsbury Hall just looked fantastic. We've had to put him a bit deeper because we've lost the two holding midfielders. One's out injured, Tim's Maroon's out injured, and Garner's suspended. So we've had to bring him back, which I like. So him and James Garner in the middle, which was just fantastic. James Garner, Dewsbury Hall and Grealish play really well together. They get on, I think, and they're similar temperamented lads, and they get on really well. So they just play great football together. And yeah, it was all Dewsbury Hall. Died with his thing on the right. The lads at the back did well, but there wasn't much to do, Yeah, and Grealish is getting a lot of positive chat about him, and I think he should. But he's not lighting the world on fire. He's contributing, don't get me wrong, but it's not the Jack Grealish show. It was the first few games, but it's not now. It's very much Dewsbury Hall, and he's doing a lot of heavy lifting. Made up Barry got his goal, God bless him. And it was a decent finish as well. It wasn't like I thought it was going to be, like off the back of his head or something. Yeah, but I'm loving the results. We're crazy and consistent. Everyone's talking about Europe. I think that, unfortunately, is a little bit daft. I'm just going for 9th or 8th and a bit of consistency, Yeah.
Breaking the new stadium,
Breaking the new stadium, just like a non-fussy season. I don't want to go too long. And in the way this table is at the minute, everyone's like, that's calling Villa title contenders. Villa aren't title contenders. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks.
No, I think I disagree with that.
They're not. And then you've got Everton.
I think I disagree with
European
that.
contenders. It just fluctuates so quickly. At the minute, you can win 2 games in a row and you're second in the league. And you can lose 2 games in a row and then you fucking,
I think the villains are contenders. I'm just going to say it right now.
I've got no hate on Villa. I'd love that to be the case. It's just a mad season. It's a mad season. Crystal Palace are 4th, aren't they?
Yeah. Villa to me seem like paces. When you have like the 10,000 metre runners at the Olympics and you have the lads that bomb out first.
But they didn't bomb out first.
That's what I'm saying. But like at the moment, they're the ones who are pacing people, and then they'll drop off, and then someone else will come in and start pacing again, and then Man City will win the league.
One thing I'll say about Villa is...
I'm going to come back to that sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie Watkins really had a bad start to the season. Last 2 games, he's been pretty good. Yeah. Like, he's starting to reach form, and if he can get going, that's only going to propel them even more. Their forwards are awesome. Morgan Rogers... Yeah, they bring Mullen off the bench, or they'll even start him. John McGinn's been playing great as well. They've just got a really solid team overall. Like Matty Cash, what a goal from him.
Yeah,
yes. A tiny squad, and that's why I think he's a phenomenal coach. Like that has to be.
And they'll probably go pretty deep in
Well, he's a cup coach. He's a cup coach as well, isn't he? Like he's got Europe pretty much. Like I could see Villa winning that. Are they in the Europa? Are they in the Europa League this year, Villa?
Yeah.
See, I could see them winning that. They got a dog of a draw in the FA Cup. They got Tottenham away first in the third round, which is winnable, but at the same time, you don't want that in the third round. Everton got Sunderland at home. See that one?
Yeah.
Liverpool got Barnsley at home.
They'll do, yeah.
They'll do us. And then fucking Man City got Exeter.
Brian Howard.
Exeter, oh yeah, someone like that, won it. Who else plays for them now?
Yeah, but Brian, didn't he beat you? He scored the goal to beat you in Anfield back in the day.
Barnsley, was that?
Brian Howard, yeah. He's it because he was a Scouser.
Oh,
and that's why everyone's going nuts about it.
Fuck's sake. Well, that's coming. I've got that to look forward to at the beginning of January.
Shout out Guinness.
Yeah.
But no, I think to the Villa point, I think they're a great team. They coach very, very well. I just think that they get, you name some great players. You take one of them out that mix, right? If Morgan Rodgers gets tweaked,
that's the concern.
Team's over. And I don't think you can be in the title challenge conversation if that's the case. But they're looking great, and I love that they beat Arsenal. I love that meme you said, Gary, at the end, all their reactions. I am just consistent with my thoughts. I'm not a particular over-hater of Arsenal, but I've had this idea that the wheels weren't tied on properly, and one of them started to squeak a little bit.
I love the fact that it was one of the best games of the season so far as well, by the way. The atmosphere at Villa Park was just mental. Like, yeah, the quality of football on display, but like you said, I have a thing here, and I'm hoping I can follow through with this, because God knows what will happen with work. But whenever you go in Mulligan's, right, there's always so many random Arsenal fans, right? I was in there the other week for the Champions League game before Thanksgiving, and Liverpool got walloped because the crap. Arsenal beat Bayern Munich, I think. Yeah. And you've got all these Arsenal fans just watching the Liverpool telly, giving it beans because Liverpool are getting beat. Some fella dancing around saying Slot's getting sacked and all this crap, right? And I'm like, all right, Arsenal are playing Bayern Munich over there.
Yeah,
I just feel like, but I feel like saying to him, I'll throw a challenge down here now. 5 Arsenal fans, right? The first 5 people that say something. I will be in Mulligan's on the last game of the season, no matter what, and I'll buy every single one of them a pint. If they win the league, I'll buy them a pint. I'll even buy them a pint if they don't win the league, but they better be there. That's my point. I will happily go and buy everyone a pint on Ovo Vodka.
Everyone? Nah, 5. First 5. I'm about to say, you said first 5.
I'll go first 5 people that comment. I'll do that. I'll be there the last game of the season and I'll buy them a pint. But if they lose, they have to be there as well. Because it's daft. I can't stand this. And listen, Arsenal fans aren't the only ones. Liverpool fans are the same, like some of them anyway. Just, don't just rock up and start battering everybody else just because your team are winning. Like, because if you lose, you'll fucking be at home.
That's one of the things that I hate when you're doing well. Like Man City, when they weren't doing well last season, you couldn't find the fuckers.
Well, there's never the thing is, there's never a Man City.
There's a few little mings in there that like I found them on FIFA or something, and it's like, show up when your team's good, show up when your team's bad. Luckily, my team has been inconsistent, shall we say, so I've always had to show up. It's I agree. There's a lot of fair weather fans that chat a great game when things are good, and and Arsenal, phenomenal football. It's good to watch. Our boy Eze, who I know me and Wiz are a fan of, he was at fault for the goal. Like it happened. Matty Cash had a shot just before he scored, and Eze just wasn't getting back and tracking him.
Yeah, he didn't track him.
But that ultimately the second happens again. So you're like, all right, cool. We'll see. You touched upon Tottenham before about them, and the same kind of analogy that's going with Kerkez is what people say about Thomas Frank. It was like, was he a great coach? I think he is, personally. I think he's a good coach. I think it's Spursy. I think it's the environment in that place that's toxic and crap and all that. He was at Bournemouth, and if you won a game, it was like brilliant. And if he didn't win a game, he was like, oh, it's Bournemouth. You know what I mean? Brentford, sorry. Now every single game he loses, it's making the news, and he's got to explain himself and all that shit. So I personally don't think it's him. What do you think?
I don't think any coaches in the Premier League are bad coaches. They're not. But you've got to. I feel again, it's got to be a management thing. Like Roy Hodgson came out. Roy Hodgson does a show, doesn't he, with Mick McCarthy and somebody else, or he was on a show with Mick McCarthy and maybe it might be Tony Pulis, actually. Tony Pulis and Mick McCarthy, someone like that. Anyway, and Hodgson said when he went into Liverpool, which was a disaster. And when he was leaving, Carragher said to him, and I know people don't like Carragher or polarises people, but he said to him, your biggest mistake which is a bit of a kick in the balls as you're leaving, is you try to coach us. They'd had a coach in Benitez for 4 years who'd just been coaching them. They know how to play, but it was about managing. And then, sure enough, who comes in after Hodgson? Kenny Dalglish, who, coaching's not his forte. They had Steve Clarke as the coach, and but he knew how to manage players. And I think that's the biggest balancing act in the Premier League, is knowing how to deal with these people now, because you're dealing with 20...
I think that's why Moyes failed at Man United, not to cut you off. I think Moyes is a great manager and a coach, but I think he didn't know how to deal with these big personalities. All the lads he brought into Everton, like he brought them up with Everton, where in Man United, the dressing room was like, fuck's this, we just won the league, who are you? And I think he tried to coach or tried to interfere with people that had the perception that he was lucky to be there, And I think that might be a Thomas Frank scenario.
And I think that sometimes is what's hurt, maybe at the moment, is hurting Liverpool. I think Slot is a coach, and I think he knows what he's doing, and he knows the system, and he knows what to do. But I think maybe sometimes, because he's so black and white, he might not be able to have that human element.
So Dutch.
Maybe, yeah. Might not have that human element. And listen, you can't always... It's got to be a balance, because you can't be Jurgen Klopp all the time, for example, and bang the drum.
Rah guy, yeah.
You can't. But Klopp knew what he was doing as well, but you can't be like that. And at the same time, I think maybe sometimes you need a bit of like human management style. I don't know.
It's you know the people that you can put an arm around and need an arm around them, and the people that you can yell and scream and give them the hairdryer and they're going to be able to take it. And that's every locker room. I saw it when I played football too. You had some of the receivers that are divas that, listen, they're going to go off and do some wild shit sometimes. But listen, you got to have an arm around them. You got to tell them everything's okay. And then you have the offensive linemen that they know you can yell and scream at, and they'll be perfect 49 out of 50 times. At the one time you give up a sack or you false start or hold someone, like, you're going to hear about it. And that's just every locker room's like that. And I feel like you just got to be able to handle that. But it is now. I notice it when I'm dealing with kids now that are coming out of college that are Gen Z, and they want to be paid the most amount of money. They want to work the least. They want to, it's not how it is. But sometimes you got to show them the why.
It's true, and it's true. I couldn't agree with you more there. Like it's so true. Like I think Frank. I think Frank will figure it out. I mean, listen, he beat his old team the other day. He won 2-0. It's just how much patience have they got?
They were 17th last year, right? Like, we're not talking about a good roster. We're not talking about a good team. Like, he didn't take over some great squad. Like, they were not good last year.
If they're smart, they'll give him time. He's got no one up front. He's not a solo number 9 for a team of this caliber. I'd take him tomorrow, obviously, but it's not a good Tottenham side, right? They look better on Saturday, don't get me wrong, but they're not a good Tottenham side. But I think if they're smart, if they're getting rid of this whole, you've got to change the formula. The formula hasn't worked, right? You keep getting rid of lads, you don't give them the time. He's a good proven Premier League coach. The same way you're saying about you don't need to coach the players because they know what they're doing. He's a good coach. He knows how to coach. Give him time. Yeah. Give him time. Give him at least a full season and a half and see what the crack is. And Alex made shout out to Al. He said he used an Arteta analogy for West Brom today, and I couldn't stop fucking laughing. He was like, Ryan Mason, it's like he wants to get sacked, but what I think we're doing is the way Arsenal, I did that with Arteta to give him time. I was like, wait, just one quick second. You're using that to stay in our lane a little bit. The Albion. Yeah. But no, I think they should give him more time. I think they should see he deserves more time for the job he's done previously and experience in the Prem. If he hadn't had experience in the Prem, I'd be less likely to give him that bandwidth. But it's not a good side. You need more time, and he did play well at the weekend.
No, I was going to say, do you know this thing about you keep saying? I think this is keeping people a little bit more leveled as well. The fact that the league is the way it is this season. Again, Newcastle, Tottenham, Liverpool, Sunderland, 22, 23 points between them. One win puts them in the top 5.
Mad.
Liverpool win and results go their way. Liverpool go 5th.
That's mad.
They're not that far. And this is the thing. I think this is what's saving. People are probably looking at the situation at Tottenham and going, all right, we're not that good. But I tell you what, if we can get it going, we have a good coach, like you just said, we can go. Look at Everton. I'm not trying to be horrible, but Everton are fucking flying. And they're 24th. 24 points. Man United, 25 points.
They're the example I always think of. He got slated, he was getting sacked, and now they're fucking...
Battered last season, and look at him now. Palace are always going to do all right. Newcastle, like, people look at Newcastle in 12th, you're like, oh, they're having a nightmare. They're not really. Like, look at some of the games they've had. They've lost a couple in the last minute. They've got pegged back in the last minute. If those results go the other way, Newcastle would be 3rd or 4th. Like, it's so close. And even then, you go down to Brentford on 19 points. I reckon you can go that far down for a team that could go on a bit of a run. Bournemouth have slipped a bit, but again, they're not out of touching distance. The league's class, like you said at the beginning. It's so much. It is proper to watch the football. There's no clear.
Who's having a bad season? And it's changed. Well, I'll shut up. Yeah, you're right. You, Liverpool. But like, outside of the obvious, like, Bournemouth are getting talked about having a bad season now. Just true with Chelsea. They're having a bad season. And then, who else? I'm not West Ham. They had a bad start. Forest have a bad start. Forest having a bad season.
I think Forest are having a dodgy season. Yeah.
I'll throw them in. But in general, to your point with the fluctuation, Brentford doing great. Where are Brentford? Everyone's been praising this new set piece coach, and he's doing great. The 14th? Is that great?
But it's funny though, isn't it? We're talking about Brentford, Bournemouth, Brighton, Sunday, like Brentford, Bournemouth, Brighton, Palace. Teams that have been perpetually mid-table, bottom half for years. Now, all of a sudden, Brighton are 8th. Bournemouth are solid in the league now, and they're like, oh, the shit, they're having a dodgy season, or Brentford aren't doing too good, or it just shows you that the measure. It's like when Wigan came up. Remember when Wigan came up and they were doing all right, mid-table, and then they started to dip every now and then. Oh, they're having a fucking stinker. It's fucking Wigan Athletic.
This has happened numerous times within this particular season. Like, Aston Villa having a shocker, boom, second, and then the same with a few. It's nuts. Crystal Palace, they were like, a little bit up and down to start, and now they're flying. Bournemouth were great coming off the gates. They're starting to take a little bit. It's nuts, but it's class at the same time. Who did I want to point towards then? Chelsea. The fuck's going on there?
Too young.
I think that's what it is. They're bought so young. You're gonna get the inconsistency, but it's mad. They'll batter teams and play great when they're up for it, but then when they're not for it, they just play toothless, like.
Yeah,
it's mad. They're a conundrum. I'm not going to bother it, but the Liverpool game, Leeds, is this a revival? Is he going to get something from these lads? Because they're out the bottom 3 now, aren't they?
They are out the bottom 3 now, yeah.
I think West Ham was in it.
Yeah, the 16th, and West Ham have dropped in. So they're 2 points clear. They've got better goal difference as well than Forest and West Ham. But again, Leeds win a couple of games, they could bounce up, but I think
Who's
Leeds...
going down now? With gun to your head. So Wolves and Burnley, done. See you later. Thanks for playing.
I don't think West Ham will go down.
No.
I think Nuno will keep them up.
I think Leeds will go.
I think you got to watch out for Leeds. And I think Burnley, too, you got to...
No, Burnley are gone.
Burnley's
already
gone. Yeah.
I think it's Burnley, Wolves and Leeds. I'd love to see Leeds stay up. I have a soft spot for Leeds.
I think Forest are going to get dragged into it,
I think Forest is a team you got to look out for.
Forest?
I know we're not going to be able to go through every game, but I did want to give a shout out. I don't know if you guys saw I know they lost, but that goal by Harry Wilson.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
For Fulham. Great pass, and then he literally did hit it with the outside of his left foot.
He's a good player.
Just a beautiful goal. Like, want to give him a shout out on that. That was just awesome. You know who you do well
for right now?
Liverpool. Yeah, you know where he was?
Liverpool.
I remember watching him when he was 14, and he was brilliant. I mean, it's improvisation. He could have just used his left foot, but
he didn't want to.
Didn't need to.
The header was class. Like the timing of the run, he just ran straight into it. It's like, that's a goal. Yeah. Hit the bar and went in. Brilliant.
They haven't even got no one's expecting them to win it. That's the fit. Like, City are playing this good football now. Foden's back in form. And no one's even like, if they don't win it, no one's going to be asked. They're not in. They're not leading the pack anymore.
What? But you could just see it, couldn't you? City keep winning, and the juggernaut keeps going, and then all of a sudden, Arsenal maybe drop another point, and City win again.
That striker isn't going to stay fit.
Hey, listen. According to all Wiz's trolls on YouTube, they've got shitloads of forwards, so it's okay.
What's the name? Odegaard. He's a striker, isn't he?
Yeah. Have it.
Odegaard? Yeah. Ben White. He's a striker apparently.
Ben White was playing up there like he was a striker.
They are good. They are good. And Declan Rice is a top player. Top player. Eze, top player. Saka, top players. But it's just, I don't know. It's still 50-50 for me, but...
Arteta's a butler.
But it's just funny to see it, isn't it? Because you've seen it, like, again, it's people with short memories. It's people with short memories. Like, you've seen people just absolutely shat it. Like, but... I don't know. They got. Who did they get in the cup today? They got a decent draw as well, I think. But I'm just thinking FA Cup wise.
That's something to get him out of it. They don't win the league this year.
He gets binned. You just don't like him.
No, it's not true. I love him. He's one of my favourite Everton players of all time. I think he's a top 2. I just think he's he's a number 2. He's not a number 1. He's a bottom. I just don't think he's got the temperament. And he's looking better in interviews. He's talking better in interviews. But I just think there's I don't know. It's just funny to see, man.
All right, let's get off the Arsenal hatred because someone's come between betting people to come to Mulligan's on the last game of the season and then calling.
We're getting webbed in the streets.
I'm going to get absolutely walloped. All right, the last one this weekend is Newcastle. Was that as close? I didn't watch it. Was it as close as?
No, it just at the end we got a handball and that made it a little bit close at the end there, but it was locked up basically the whole game. Guy got a red card. It was just a bad. I think Alonga was going in on goal and he just grabs him. But overall, I mean, solid game. Like I said, one of the things I liked that they did was they took Joe Linton out, put Jacob Ramsey in. You could see the ball getting fed into Voltamata much better. What a goal!
Oh,
it's called an Olympico?
You love that. It's just it's a corner that goes straight in, but some fucking idiot has decided to call it an Olympico, whatever the fuck that means.
Let's
I thought it was a stadium in Italy.
It looked incredible.
It did.
Now, did I have action on Bruno to score too? Yeah,
we got that text pretty quick.
Was he part of the picks this week? Do you have a shot on target? I think he had 5 shots on target. I got to look at those odds next time. But yeah, just a captain's goal. Needed the win. Keep moving the ball down the field. Just got to keep going up the leaderboard. And listen, we don't need to talk too much about it, but it was just an overall solid game. Another penalty from Anthony Gordon, so those seem to be the only goals he can get.
Resident penalty taker. It says, when you read the reports online, it says hosts hold on against 10-man Burnley. They made it sound like it was in
they got a handball in the 92nd, 93rd minute. So it was 2-1, and then I think they had one chance that was and then it was over.
No, it wasn't.
So there was no sweat.
Yeah, you could have scored more as well.
Yeah.
But one thing I did want to say, we do have Sunderland this weekend. And I saw a funny video. Maybe I could send it to you. It could be one of our clips. But did you see the video of the cop going up to the guy's house, banging on? He was going through the Ring camera. He's like, "Hey, are you in today?" And he's like, "No, I'm not. What's this about?" He's like, "Well, we see you have wanted to check in to see if you will be attending the Tyneside Derby this weekend." And he's like, "Yeah. Well," he goes, "Okay. Well, in the past, you've been cited, and We just want to make sure that you're gonna be, behaving yourself." And he goes, "Well, you guys are gonna have to man mark me pretty good." Because that's gonna be on you guys if I get out of hand. You guys got to do a good job of man marking me while I'm out there. And they were trying to get in "Oh, well, is the ticket in your name? How are you getting there by train?" He goes, "I'm not at liberty to give you that information right now." I gotta send you the clip. It is hilarious.
Yeah,
but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be awesome this weekend.
What time's that
9 a.m. Sunday.
I believe that is going to be on
Sunday morning.
I think it's on Sunday, yeah.
Sunday morning games are decent. Palace City, Sunderland Newcastle, West Ham Villa, Forest Tottenham, Everton Chelsea. That Dawson and Pagey one, they're going to come for me digitally, physically.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a problem. Well, before we get to the predictions, can we talk about the World Cup draw? Just the actual, spectacle or fucking farce of it.
92 minutes
it was
before the ball
ridiculous, but I guess my one thought is on it is they're bringing people from all in across the world. They're not going to do a 10-minute, 20-minute of the balls. That's it. They're going to put on a show. But I mean, doing a fucking peace award for Trump, what are we doing here?
Did you see the state of the trophy?
Politics aside, it looked exactly like the World Cup trophy.
It looked like a Day of the Dead. Something like weird gangly hands grabbing hold of a globe.
Yeah, it's
weird.
It's one of those things that just didn't happen. Didn't have to happen.
No,
but I thought
he put his own medal on.
The closing scene of the Village People playing, and they didn't. There must have been off because the band was out there playing, and the No Village People were out there. And I see this the Indian, the cop. I just see them coming out one by one, and they go to the crowd, and he's just dancing like this, just.
It's
that was worth watching the entire, but they're Rio Ferdinand's trying to crack jokes. They're doing skits to explain how it works. It's no, It's very simple how it works. It should not take that long. They gave my guy, shout out the great one, Wayne Gretzky. They gave him the toughest countries to name.
I'm not being funny. Jordan.
Macedonia, Turkey,
Jordan.
Like, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Like, Wayne's... That was a tough one for him. They should have given those to Aaron Judge. You know, he seemed to be the youngest one up there. But yeah, the whole spectacle of it, I get why they're doing it, and they bring, you know, Roberto Carlos, and you know, it's a waste of time.
England's group, I think England's group's nowhere.
Spicy.
Yeah, you know what? Spicy, you know which one? That Brazil, Morocco, Scotland group is interesting.
I still think Scotland get through that. France's group's a beast.
What's that?
Yes.
Senegal, Norway. Because Norway were in pot 4.
We're going to get Mbappe versus Holland. That's going to be pretty good.
Norway will fucking batter teams, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They fisted Italy the other week in Italy.
Norway's got another striker who plays for Atletico Madrid, Sorloth, who's like bigger than Holland.
Yeah. Just the Vikings, innit? Just coming over, nailing people. Yeah.
I think that Strand Larson from Wolves is from there, too.
Ghana's a hit and miss one. Ghana could be... Because Ghana aren't old Ghana. Like, you remember, like... They had all those Atsu and all those... They're not like that, I don't think. But Croatia are older. I don't think England will have a problem in that group.
But the way people were flipping about it, I was like, you've got to beat everybody to win.
Yeah.
So, like, I want to watch as many England games as possible, so I'd love them to, like, have a little tap in.
That makes me laugh, yeah, you're right. Like, what do you expect?
I mean,
we're going to
Ghana's got Kudus.
New Caledonia in the second round.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Ghana's got... I mean, Semenyo's a really great player. Kudus from Tottenham's not bad.
Fair.
Ghana.
So they've got a couple guys, but you're right. It's not the Ghana of the past.
You've just got to beat everybody. So you just crack on with it. I think the US one was remarkably easy.
Yeah, some palms have been greased there, by the way. That's an absolute fucking layup of a group.
Were you involved in those conversations, lad?
Yes.
There was some brown bagging.
It was you, Salah, Polito. Trying to think of they're the only two Americans I know.
Pulisic today save AC Milan two goals coming off the bench. I mean,
he's good as well. If you have the squad and the squad comes together, you'll do all right.
They're playing hard.
I
mean, listen.
Last 16.
They're paying Pochettino $6 million. You better get something out of it.
They got to get what's success for US quarterfinal?
Yes.
Like if you can get
the most un-American approach ever heard. What's success for America?
It's because he has
realistic.
English and Irish mates. He's realistic.
You know.
Listen, your attitude is got you in tournaments further than your team should have done. You know, so I think he's got the mentality to do it. It's the exact mentality that we need that we haven't got. We've got all the talents, but we're like, oh, England, we don't want to play, we don't want to win, we just want to participate. So like. The same way I'm saying the Arsenal have got to win it or it's a bust. I think this England team, the Harry Kane era, we have to win it. We're in the finals, right? We have to win this. Like the expectation is to win it.
Yeah, England.
I think Arsenal. You're right, because if they don't win the league this year, like they're going to start losing some big name guys.
Everyone's going to get off. The Boston's is really. But yeah, they've had a good beating from us today. Speaking of a good beating, I'm taking Brighton.
Ooh, wait! Who won this week? Speaking of beatings, I think.
To be fair, Wiz, you've hang on. I've actually got the thing up somewhere.
I think I had seven. You got
eight. No, you got 8 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yeah, which puts him above you in the standings, but not me. Just
fix.
Yeah, well, but yeah, he did.
But ball home if you don't win, Gary, one of them.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm gonna win, aren't I? It's knowledge is undeniable. Yeah, no, but he's up there. Poor Reece, bless him. I don't even know this lad, but he
knows his footy. That lad.
He's got 3 right every week.
One of the best centre halves I've ever seen play the game, but the most injury-prone person on the planet.
He came up with
he sneezes and he pulls something.
Really, he's a Cardiff fan.
Sickeningly Cardiff fan. Like he is.
So we've got to go deep dive into League One. I'll pull my Wigan shirt out and get that on next week, and we'll have a little thing. I think I sent him a message saying, like, listen, if you can want to get on your computer at 1 o'clock in the morning, you're more than welcome to come on.
The lad's a legend, and he knows his shit.
Yeah, not enough on predictions though, it seems.
No, because he's a League One champion. Do you know what I mean? Gets a bit of a nosebleed and he looks up like this.
That's fair. All right,
the Wizard wins. I'll give him that.
All right, for now. Okay, this week.
Good week. It was just
Saturday, first game, Chelsea-Everton.
Draw.
I went draw.
I am going to Everton.
Away win.
2-2, or we lose 4-1.
I think you go 2-2. Liverpool against Brighton.
Brighton.
Nah, it's at home, innit?
Yeah, but it doesn't make a fucking difference, does it?
Nah,
I'm still going Liverpool.
I think Liverpool. I think you'll rally after this Mo shit. I think it'll be a dressing room.
I still don't know, because he had a smile on his face in training today.
Yeah, but
I'm going to go draw on this one. Draw for me.
Burnley at home to Fulham.
Ooh, I'm going to go Fulham.
I've gone Burnley.
Fulham, yeah. They look to playing well. They're just getting points. It's not
Arsenal at home to Wolves. Fucking easy. All right, okay.
We should honestly.
They're so shit.
Whoever
Wolves.
plays
so shit.
Palace at home to Man City.
Now, anyone who can take points off City with these little minxes.
Yeah, I'm going to go Crystal Palace.
I'm going City because I just think again.
Draw. Little seat on the fence there.
Forest at home to Tottenham.
Draw.
I've gone Forest.
Tottenham.
I just don't see Spurs winning 2 in a row.
Sunderland.
Newcastle.
I think Newcastle go ahead and Sunderland peg them at the end. Peg them back.
I hope not.
I
really hope not.
West Ham at home to Villa.
Everyone's going to go Villa. But I think West Ham are playing well. Villa's scoring.
I'm
going to
Villa.
go Aston Villa.
I'm going Villa. Brentford against Leeds. Brentford at home.
Yeah, they need to win. So I think it's going to be them. And Leeds have lost the magic of their...
Yep. Wiz.
I'm going to go draw on this one.
All right. Man United, Bournemouth, Monday, Old Trafford.
United.
Man,
I'm going to go draw on this one as well.
Oh my.
What's your rationale there?
4 draws, Wizard.
I don't see Man United playing.
Bournemouth are playing shit. They can't score for shit.
I know, but I feel like Bournemouth, they're getting a draw against Chelsea is not a bad result for them. I know you'd like to see them score a bit more, but, a Cole Palmer in the lineup Chelsea to hold them to 0 goals, it's pretty solid.
All right, fair enough. Right, that's us. The only thing I want to see this week is Onion videos.
I want to hear it. I want to smell it. I want to be in it. I want to hold the onion.
One of my sales reps said, I could probably put together a pretty good AI video of you eating an onion.
Nah, I'm holding the onion. I'm gonna buy it.
It'll get done.
I want to see. I want to see the face. I just want to see the anguish.
My mouth is starting to get dry.
Like the bit, like the realization where he's like, "Fuck me, this really is an onion." Like that's what I want.